The hype and stuff, that's all a lot of fan hype and things like that. We're just concentrating, on the team, and their scheme and what we need to do to stop them. That's more of the fan type thing. We're looking at it as just another game that we need to get ready for, that we need to win.
Were there things in that third quarter you can build on for the rest of the year?
Definitely. In that third quarter, what we see is that we need to execute for 60 minutes. If we can get some consistency going, we shut them out for that whole entire third quarter, and it shows that if we can get some consistency going on defense, which we will get done, when we get some consistency going on defense, we're going to be a great defense.
Do you think Texas is worthy of their 10th ranking the way they played tonight?
I'm not going to get into rankings and things like that. That's all media and coaches and things like that. They're a good team, and we unfortunately weren't able to pull out a win against them. Now we weren't able to play consistent enough to get it done.
Steve, you talk about consistency here. Just give me thoughts on how in that first half, Coach McCoy was able to kind of get his team back into it, get 2 quick touchdowns there.
Well, like I said, defense, we just got to execute. When you see that once we execute, we can be extremely dominant, and we allowed Coach McCoy to let his team get his team back in the game, and we didn't execute the way that we were supposed to execute. Coming and getting 3 and outs like we should be getting. We weren't getting off blocks, weren't making tackles, whatever it was, we just weren't executing the way we can execute. So.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Steve.
Steve Riddick.
Trevor, Vittatoe.
Your thoughts on tonight's game?
We played really good the first half. We came out and we started really fast on offense. Defense was playing with a lot of passion. And, we played good all around, and we didn't take advantage of opportunities on offense. We got a turnover or 2, and offense went out and gave the ball right back to them. So if we would have been able to take care of those, then I think we'd have been more in it at the end.
What did you guys do on that possession at the end of the
I think we just got a lot of momentum going, and we trusted it, and we knew we can move the ball down the field because we had done it, the first drive and a couple drives there in the first half, and we just had to gain confidence within ourselves and move the ball, and I felt like they were getting tired, and we just kept pushing, and we got down and got an opportunity and took advantage of it.
You talked about the Texas defense.
Amazing, great players up front. They surprised me in their secondary. I didn't think that their safeties would play as well as they did, and they were really good athletes also. And when you have a front line that's got All-Americans on it, and linebackers that are great, and DBs that can play, it's a pretty solid defense.
What do you take away from this?
I think that we had a couple receivers that stepped up and proved that they can play. Chris Adams and Evan Davis, they had been there, and we knew that they could play, but they hadn't stepped up in a game yet. They played a little bit last year, but didn't have much of an impact, and they stepped up tonight and played against a bigger opponent, and they proved themselves to be able to play, and that really surprised me, and I was glad to see that. And our offensive line actually took care of their front line pretty good.
Pretty happy with the 12th man tonight?
Yeah, they did really well.
Crowd electrified, huh?
It was amazing, and I enjoyed it, and I think the whole community of El Paso enjoyed it. Even though we didn't come out on top, it was a good experience, not just for us, but for the whole community.
Towards the end of the game, several of the receivers had some drops in the end zone. Did you guys get together? Did you talk about them? Try to, pump them up? How did you talk to them towards the end of the game?
I really didn't get an opportunity to talk to them at the end of the game. It was really just that last drive that we had a couple drops in the end zone, and I was more focused on what the next play was. You can't take that back, and you just got to move on from it. And things happen, and we didn't come up with it, and we just got to deal with it.
What did Coach Brown tell you at the end of the game?
He said that I'm a great player, and I have special, attributes about me that he really likes, and good luck in the rest of the season.
You like having the rest? Going to have a nice week off, get prepared for Mexico State?
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest, but I really want to get back in and keep just improving. We improved a lot since last game, and I just want to keep improving and, get our offense better, and our defense played really well tonight, and I think if we can just keep playing like that, we'll be good.
Thanks, Trevor. What did you guys do in that third quarter you can build on the rest of the year?
We need to know, as a defense, we came out hard.
You know, we had a little pep talk in the locker room to keep finishing, to keep running hard to the ball, and find a way to get the offense the ball so we can score. So, I mean, we had to force a lot of defensive calls. We made a lot of mistakes. And, I mean, Texas is a good team. They execute on all your mistakes. You can't come out there with 10 guys or whatever. So, I mean, there was a good offense. They did what they did good. I mean, it wasn't nothing tricky. It was just they did what they did, and they were good at it.
Did you feel good today?
Oh, yeah. I actually felt a little better than last week. I mean, coming off limping. So, I mean, I felt a lot better this week rather than last week.
Compare watching Texas on film to actually seeing live on the field. What's the biggest difference?
I mean, it's two teams. I mean, it's 11 on 11. I mean, we don't see all the colors, the names, and all that. It's just 11 on 11. The best team that plays the best football is going to win.
Talk about tonight's crowd.
Oh, that was amazing. It was real amazing. The sold-out crowd, it was real loud for us on defense. That helped us a lot. They couldn't get a lot of their calls across. I mean, it helped us a lot for the momentum shift.
How good was Colt McCoy in the first half and scored those 4 straight touchdowns?
He's good at what he does. I mean, he was scrambling on us. He broke a couple tackles in the backfield and found the open receiver. So we had to get him down, and we didn't execute on doing that.
This is the best team you ever played against?
Yes, by far it is the best team we ever played against. I mean, Texas is a good team. They're good at what they do. They execute everything.
You feel like the defense has improved from week 1 to week 2?
Yes, sir. That's what the coaches, they said to us. You know, we're getting better. You know, we're playing harder. I mean, the problem isn't the effort. It's that we need to just do it for 4 quarters. We can't just do it for the first. I mean, come out in the third quarter and then shut them down and then give up, another touchdown. So, I mean, we're getting better, but we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, talk about that fourth quarter and what maybe you guys didn't do, or maybe what Texas did a lot better in that fourth.
What they did a lot better on special teams than probably we did. I mean, executing with the offense and the clock. I mean, we didn't do pretty well on offense, putting up too many points, but we got to find a way to put up points if it's on offense, defense, or special teams.
Talk about the little things. Late in the third quarter, only down by 15, you could have downed the ball from 1-yard line, missed that opportunity. Then a 3rd and 5 later on in the game, jump off sides, keep it on back, first down. I mean, those are backbreakers.
Yeah, those really hurt us. I mean, that's like that was backbreakers, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, that was all our momentum shifts right there. We could have had him inside the 5 on the punt. I mean, we just had a mistake a little with Ferguson, and then with the offsides penalty on the 3rd and 5 when we stopped him on 35, and then he was offsides. You know, we got to be accountable and stop him when we can, because you can't try to hang in there with a team like Texas, because they'll shoot you where it hurts. I mean, so we got to pick up on that.